Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This is going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. This is going to be doing a next character evolution video. This one we're going to be talking about a more recent Walking Dead character, and definitely a more beloved character in the recent days of the Walking Dead series, Yumiko from The Walking Dead.
We need to help our friends.
I want to help.
Are you sure? This is our home. We gotta fight to save it.
The only way this works is if we trust each other.
Okay guys, just going to do another video for today. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today and another character evolution video. This one's going to be doing a video on Yumiko from The Walking Dead. So, I was actually very happy and surprised to see that this was the winner of the poll this week. Just because this is a character from The Walking Dead that you guys know I've always stuck up for, and I know a lot of people never really liked her character, and I kind of do find it funny. I gotta add as well that this is a character that I've always stuck up for, basically ever since she was in the series, and everybody was like, Dan, you're just, nah, Yumiko's not that great. What are you talking about, Dan? I don't like her character, or this and that. And now all of a sudden everybody's like, you know what, Dan? Yeah, Yumiko's a pretty freaking good character. I told you guys, and I'm gonna say it like that because honestly, I've said it from the beginning. I knew that they were going to do something good with her characters. So, because it's like at first I was like the only one that liked her, and now everybody likes her. So it's kind of cool how that kind of worked out. So she is introduced in Season 9, Episode 5 of The Walking Dead. Those are some big shoes to fill, being introduced in that episode. And still around in The Walking Dead Season 11, well, Episode 5, of course, tomorrow. So, man, where do we start with this character? So, at first, she is, of course, injured. They have to kind of help her out, take her into the infirmary in Alexandria and stuff like that. Judith, of course, introduces this group to Alexandria. Emma Michonne wants to basically see them out. So, she decides to take them to Hilltop. She doesn't want to just let them just go. So she, of course, brings them to Hilltop. And we get an interesting story from Yumiko on that one where she kind of tells Michonne that their friend Bernie used to wear this shirt that was horrendous, but he would do it to piss Magna off or something like that. Of course, we see that he's dead, you know, in the current timeline and stuff and, you know, stuff like that. But basically, we see that she's a great shot. Okay, that's the one thing. With the arrows and stuff, she takes down that. I remember in episode 7, like, they're trying to get out of there and stuff. And I remember, like, she shoots, like, something, and then the building, like, or not the building, but, like, the little wall thing, like, just falls and blocks the rest of the way for the rest of the dead not to be able to get there. So she's definitely a very good shot when it comes to the arrows. Even builds a lot of them and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And then she basically joins Hilltop, as well as Magnus Group in general. But they really kind of help out. You know, they help out with the Whisperers after Jesus gets killed. They're there at the cemetery. You know, they're there on the bridge when they're killing, you know, some of the Whisperers, trying to find out which one's real and which one's not. And it's just, you know, she's very useful for the group, I would say, in Season 9, you know. She doesn't even have that much screen time. Like, really, all she does is she's there, she helps out the group when needs be, she's there at Hilltop. Obviously, we get Luke that's captured, he is okay, of course, and basically, they just kind of fight for Tara. You know, that's their main role in Season 9. They fight for Tara, and they basically, you know, once Tara dies, they kind of just continue on at the Hilltop, and even to a point where after, you know, Tara dies, Yumiko almost takes a bit of a minor leadership position, which is going to bring me into Season 10. Now, Season 9, I think they did what they needed with Yumiko. I don't think there's really anything wrong with the character. I think she was, you know, she was there when they needed her. She was a really, you know, a good member of the group. She joined Hilltop. She had some decent, you know, dialogue there throughout. And, yeah, I thought she was a pretty decent character in Season 9. Now, Season 10, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to leadership, right? So, in Season 10, she's, like, practically leading the Hilltop. And the reason why I say that is because Ezekiel was dealing with the cancer around this time. You've got, and, you know, still is, Alden, not really leader material, a few others, this and that. If you watch Season 10, Episode 5 of The Walking Dead, What It Always Is, you will notice she's, like, going around, like, literally asking everybody what they're doing and how they're contributing and how they're going to deal with everything, you know. She's, like, the one that's, like, kind of controlling everything, which definitely as a leader role, I am for it. I actually am. I think she's actually pretty darn good at, leading a settlement and stuff like that. It proves it in this episode. The location was doing fine. The tree fell. She's trying to kind of help everybody out. She's trying to kind of, figure this whole thing out with the Whispers. So I actually think very underrated there, Yumiko in episode 5. I think she actually did a really, really good job. And then, of course, she breaks it off with Magna after Magna steals all the supplies and acts like a friggin' idiot, of course. And she tells her, find another place to sleep, right? But friggin' Magna, man. I know that Yumiko's with Magna and they love each other and this and that, but my God, Magna is such a freaking idiot, man. Especially in that episode. Completely on Yumiko's side when it comes to that. She shouldn't have done it. It was random. It was stupid. And we find out that it sounds like as a lawyer, she almost tried to help Magna and try to justify her as, for what she did. And now she kind of doesn't know what to think of Magna currently, right? So pretty interesting there as well, too. But basically, I don't really think they really did all that much with her afterwards. I believe the only time she returns is in episode, 11, if I'm not mistaken, at the Hilltop, the Morningstar episode. And I remember there, she fights at Hilltop. We get a lot of that stuff there. And we even have the return of Magna after the whole cave, situation. And basically, she says to Magna, get on the road with Eugene, have an adventure. And, Magna says she likes it here, but that somebody else should have the adventure, right? So Yumiko goes off with Eugene and Ezekiel. And of course, we kind of get that journey there. They run into Princess, which she does not trust. Absolutely not. And I actually want to also address, I really like the speech where she tells Ezekiel that the person that they need with them is the man that built a kingdom in the apocalypse. So I thought that was a pretty cool line as well, too. But anyway, back to the craziness, back to Princess, right? So Princess, of course, is introduced, and we see that she is, just out there, right? Yumiko doesn't trust her. Ezekiel kind of does. And Eugene is almost in the middle, from what I could tell. She takes him through a minefield, which Yumiko does not like. But after a while, she kind of sympathizes with her and asks her to kind of join along the journey, right? So in the finale, they get surrounded. You get all that stuff. And then I'm not really going to go over Splinter just because, okay, she gets hit in the head and stuff like that, yeah. But it's not anything too major. So, I would say Yumiko in Season 10, she does have a lack of screen time at times. There's sometimes some big jumps where she's not there. But I would say she's a really, really good character. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that character. I know some people don't like her because she punches Carol. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Carol fans, to offend you. After what Carol did to Connie and after all the crap that she's been putting the group through around that time, a punch to the face actually kind of made a little bit of sense. Sorry. So, because I know there's Carol fans out there that'll attack me just for even saying that. But I'm sorry. Carol kind of deserved that punch to the face in that episode. So, I think Yumiko is good. I think she's a good character in Season 10. Again, could have done more, but I think that she, what she had was pretty good. And then Season 11. My God, man. Honestly, this is the best start to a season for her. She completely is the reason, if you ask me, why our group is at where they're at. Because she called out the people that interviewed them. Talks about how she was a lawyer before, and even guessed what their jobs, what they were before. And the guy writing things down is like, oh, you actually guessed it? He's got that look on his face oh, she actually nailed the job I did before. What the hell? So, and then Mercer's impressed, right? So he brings her coffee. He, of course, then, I kind of feel like, this is at least my opinion, what Yumiko did is what got the group, through that first process. So definitely you got to appreciate her for that one. And I think that she is going to be an interesting character going forward. I just hope that they don't make her like Comic Michonne. That's the only thing. But I have a feeling they may do it right this time. Maybe where she's not hated. She's actually just a smart lawyer type role for the Commonwealth. But she's not an idiot like Comic Michonne. It would be nice to have a mix of that because I actually really am liking the direction they're taking Yumiko in the show. Probably more than what they were doing with Comic Michonne around this time. So that's why I gotta appreciate that as well too. And obviously her brother's there. So coming up next, we'll have to see when she sees her brother and how that's all gonna go. But in terms of her evolution, I don't have any problems with this character. I don't. You know, does she have lack of screen time sometimes? Absolutely. But I have no negative comments to say about that character. I don't. So I'm just gonna say right now, she's my favorite character from Magnus Group right now. She's the one that's developed the most. She's the one that's had a lot of, you know, screen time. She's done a lot. Eleanor, I think, does a fantastic job. And I think that, yeah, she's done a really great job in this show so far. And honestly, gonna say, underrated character in The Walking Dead. So, anyway, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Write your comments in the comment section below. And, of course, guys, if you're new here, click to subscribe to some of my Walking Dead videos. Fun days, Walking Dead videos, subscribe, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?